boy. So we have to have a conversation with Mother Earth. We have to call on Mother Earth. We have to talk to Mother Earth, pray for Mother Earth. Let's look at Mother Earth, right? The whole beautiful globe that we're on. We have to pray. We have to have conversations with lightning. We have to have conversations with tornadoes. We have to have conversations with the hurricanes. I mean, they're like out of control. They're out of control, right? So we have to have, and we're out of control on so many levels. Why? We're all coming into a form of balance. Like if you look at China, all of northern China is dry. Southern China, super wet, underwater, right? The yin and the yang, the yin and the yang. So our whole world right now is changing. We're living on a changing planet. It's not just you being in Cancer right now, the month of Cancer, where your families are changing, your living situations are changing. You know, there's so many friends coming into your orbit and going out of your orbit. There's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on. So that's why we choose to sit here right now and do a clearing, do some Reiki, and do a meditation. We need to stay in our center so that we can receive the true messages of what our service is on the planet. We have to balance our good times and our bad times. You know, I've been doing a lot of serious times right now, and you have too. I'm sure there's a lot of people you know that are going to the doctor, going for surgery, going for this, going for that. There's so much medical things going on right now. There's so many people dying of fentanyl. This is a very sad planet. You know, what, people sacrificing their children and their husbands and their wives. This is like insanity gone amok. So what do we have to do? Balance. If you see something, you know, it's like the little monkeys, right? See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, right? But when you're faced with evil, what do you do? What do you do? When you look into the eyes of evil and you see that in someone's soul, what do you do? Do you run and hide? Do you run and hide? Or do you look at that evil and you stare it down and you pray and you make that evil pray? So yes, there's a lot of evil on the planet right now, but there's also light. And we have to carry the sword of light with us right now. So we need to pray to St. Michael the Archangel if you can, if that's your choice. We need to commune with nature. You need to be outside. Your sense of smell is being heightened. You need to stimulate your pineal and pituitary gland and break off those layers of crud. You know, it's a very delicate gland. The parotid gland and the thyroid is very delicate. You need to change your water filters. Put a filter on your shower head. I have to do that too. I have to change mine. This water filter head is really good. You change it every 6 months and it filters out the chlorine in your shower. So I was preaching to the choir here. I was supposed to run an errand today and I said, no, I have to sit now and I want to be with my people and I want to pray and meditate now. I'm called to meditation. I'm called to prayer. So when you're called to do service, you have to do service. So how do you balance the evil in the world, and how do you balance serious times like going to a doctor when you really don't want to? You have to balance it with good times. You have to balance it with friendship and someone you can talk to, someone that you love. Or go outside and watch the rabbits run through your garden. I see them every day. That sweetens my soul. And I know I should probably get a bow and arrow, because if I needed some food, I could go hunting in my garden. So yeah, put away food, put away seeds, put away clean water. You know, just do it. Don't question it anymore. It's good. If you can't help yourself out, you can help somebody else out. That's how you balance evil. You help out someone else. You know, I was in a chat the other day with some people, and this one girl, she felt jealousy. And I said it's good that you shared that. It's good to talk about feelings. So if you feel angry, but you have to have someone to share that with, otherwise you can't be guided. That little boy who was so angry, he went into a library and shot all these people. Why? Because he had no one really to talk to. He really needed help. So we need to get a lot of mental health for people. Nobody should be living on the streets in our society. There's enough housing. There's always enough housing. Even if you have to convert like places downtown that were offices and put in the showers and convert them to living quarters and giving people keys, and putting in maybe extra bathrooms or something. But yeah, I think there's always a way to help out people. But so there's always a way. So we have to balance the serious times with the good times. Spend time with your family, your friends, your grandkids. If you don't have a friend, make a new friend. Give somebody a flower, pick a flower and hand it to them. All right, so what are we going to talk about? We're going to first we are going to be talking about other things. These are the things that just popped out. Do we really need to be taking care of our earth? So putting away seeds to make sprouts. I want you going out and buying organic basil if you haven't grown it, or organic cilantro and start eating it in your diet. These will clean out your lungs, and the smell is divine. I made angel hair pasta from Italy. I don't think it has the same amount of gluten that angel hair pasta has in our country, and that's why we could get in a whole discussion about why Iowa's flooded. Why did God flood Iowa? Why did he flood it? He flooded it because there's all those GMO plants. We need to get them off our planet. We need to have clean plants on the planet that are not made with GMOs. Monsanto, I found out that Monsanto is the CEO there in Iowa. So process that one in your brain. So what are they going to want? They're going to want plants with bad seeds. Get rid of Monsanto. This is why God punishes. Monsanto has to go the way of the dinosaur. It's my opinion. Everything I say in this chat, in this meditation, well, except for the meditation, that's real, baby. But you could, everything else you want. Okay, we're being called to meditation. All right, so let's start the meditation, and we are going to cover some more topics. So you can let me know if you want to stay around for them. I'm going to talk about a product that can help heal your bones naturally. I'm going to talk about what it means to move between different dimensions. And that would kind of integrate with talking about the intergalactic community and some habits that are changing in our life. And that was all inspired by talking to my friend Charlotte. So God bless our friends. All right, so let's do a clearing. Okay, so the things that I need to say to you, first of all, is that before we do our clearing, let me just give you some meditation advice. Right now, I am moving at my lowest chakra, rocking up and back, which is really good for your hips. So if you have a hip issue, if you feel your body start to move in that area, just allow it to move. Because what you're doing is opening up that lowest chakra. So lowest chakra. So, and then, I'm going to do a clearing here too, but right now we're meditating. We're starting the meditation. If you don't feel, it's okay. Because some people feel like a swaying of their body up and back. My friend Charlotte, she said she felt it go up and back. So that's opening up your spine. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth and in through your mouth nose, sorry, and out through your mouth. So right now we are being asked to put on our crown of light. Everyone here wears a crown. Yes, we do worship physical kingdoms, but those are not important now. The focus should be on our heart. The focus should be on loving our planet. The focus should be on moving forward in our life and balancing the sweetness and the seriousness together, the yin and the yang. We are all walking a tightrope. We need to keep our balance. How do we keep our balance? We meditate, we pray. We stay among good people. What do we feel in our bodies? We feel tingling. We feel warmth. We feel our body swaying. We feel our body moving. We feel electricity move through our bodies. We're moving from a third dimension into the fifth dimension. We're coming into the fifth dimension. We're coming into a crystalline structure. How are we being affected? We don't want to eat the same foods anymore. We want to eat more sprouts and lettuce and pure olive oil and pure coconut oil. We want to eat seeds and nuts like Brazil nuts that are high in boron that are great for testosterone in the male body. We want to eat raisins that will boost up testosterone in the male body. We're moving away from pharmaceutical drugs and we're moving more into a natural setting. All the chemicals on the planet, all the land is being cleansed. Don't cry. Go to higher ground. Leave it behind. The Mother Earth has been crucified. The Mother Earth has been on her own cross. We need to leave that world behind. We need to come into our intergalactic community. Think about that. We're not just existing on our own little piece of land, we're existing intergalactically. We're going to come into our crystal ship and travel through light and sound. But first we have to raise our vibration. And that's what we're doing now. We need to smell. We need to use our sense of smell, not just for the roses. We need to smell like basil and cilantro and go outside after it rains. We need to be connected to the earth. We need to talk to the earth. If the wind is strong, talk to the wind. Wind, why are you so strong? You need to calm down. I will pray for you, wind. I will calm you down. I'm sorry, wind. Talking about the wind in your lungs. People who still smoke, they're injuring their lungs. We don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to smoke. We don't need to take anything into our lungs to find our center. We can always be in our center. You're called to action now. Don't just sit down and think somebody else is going to do this for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. If you feel jealousy and anger, you have to let go of that. And you have to put prayer and meditation and good friends and loving people in your life. If you have big addictions, you have to let them go. You have to go for help. Because you're ruining the temple of your body. You're ruining your divine light. This is the time to spark. This is the time to be a light to others. This is the time to come into action. It's not the time to sit around. Healing action. Healing actions for our brothers and sisters. Healing actions for our mothers and fathers. Healing actions for all of our earth. Now, we want to ground it. We want to see how precious it is. The water. Take care of the water. Take care of your water. We're having great floods. The floods are cleansing everything, but now we need to take care of the water. We need to take care of the water. We need to grow plants. We need to come into our centers. We need to be aware of the evil in the world. Put on your holy oils. Put on your scapulas. Put on whatever you deem is necessary to be in this life right now. And we need to meditate. Look at the clouds. The clouds will tell you many things. There's many ships hiding behind the clouds. Because if they appeared, you'd all freak out. Look at the cloud patterns, especially the ones that look like cupcakes, or some of them now look kind of more elongated. So look at the cloud patterns. Watch the skies. I tell you these things because I want you to be aware. If it's not your choice to be aware, then go somewhere else. But you always have to come back to your heart. I believe that was Ashtar coming through. I didn't really know he was going to come through today. But we started talking about intergalactic ships, so he's supposed to be like the captain of one of the ships, right? Kind of like, I guess, people who watch Star Wars would kind of know more what I'm talking about. That's what he's talking about, right? That's what we need to be talking about, the intergalactic ships. So one of the herbs that I did want to mention before we leave is called bone knitters, which if you have weak bones and you want to strengthen your bones, and I started doing some of the salve. I ordered this online. This is for entertainment purposes. I'm not telling you as a doctor prescribing it. You could show it to your doctor. I actually showed it to my dermatologist, and he had said, I'm an allopathic doctor. I don't know anything about homeopathic medicines. Because I showed him this. That's called Comfrey from this nice little company. And I've been rubbing it in my body. It's supposed to be good for healing arthritis in the bones. And I think a good idea would be for people to rub it on their hands and then put gloves on and let it soak in all night. So I think that would help a lot with arthritis. You could ask your doctor, you could just try it, it's harmless. And you can look it up online. The other one I start trying, this is the one he didn't know about, because I don't know, I broke out on my scalp and I wanted to make sure I didn't have like cancer or something. You know, they always say, hey, you know, if you have something, go and have it checked out. And so it's almost like when you go to a doctor right now, you have to prove to him what you need done and why you need it done. Okay? It's crazy for the insurance companies. So anyway, this is the other product I'm trying. That's homeopathic. He says, well, I don't do homeopathic, I do allopathic. And I go, yeah, I understand that, but I want to show you what I was putting on it. A topical, you know. So I don't know. He prescribed me some kind of pharmaceutical drug, but I'm not going to start it unless these two products don't work. And I have to see what he prescribed me because they could be very toxic. But I am doing a. Oh, I was going to show you what I was doing. Let me see if I can find that on the phone. I'm doing a. So anyway, you're going to have changes in your habits like sleeping and eating. You're going to see some changes. Like you might want to sleep a lot. Some days you might not hardly sleep at all. You look at the clock at one time and it's 1 o'clock. You look at it later, it's already 4 o'clock. So what's going on right now? We're having these energetic changes. And this one guy, I really love Joseph Tittle, so I'm going to give a shout out to Joseph Tittle. But I really love him. But I think he's the one that mentioned 528 hertz. So there, you listen to the hertz, and it can improve your frequency. So you can like meditate and do healing with me or somebody else, or you could go and do 528 hertz, or my granddaughter said 428 hertz. So, and that'll help to heal you. You know, help to heal your emotional field too. You can pick one strictly for emotions. So, but like the bone knitters, like I was telling you, Comfrey, that one's really good for arthritis. So if I was going to order it again, I'd order 5 of these because it's kind of small. I'd like a bigger container. All right, that would be my only complaint about that. And then you're going to see that your sense of smell has changed. Maybe it's improved too. And you want to see that you're going to be smelling different things. And that's really important right now, your sense of smell. Don't put chemical smells around you. You know how they have those plug-ins? They were plugging those in our quarter at our school. It was so disgusting. They weren't using like real oils. They were using these chemical oils. So you have to be really careful what you're smelling in or what you're breathing in. You know, if you're having a problem, like you have to inhale something all the time, you have to smoke, there's an emotion that you're trying to suppress. And until that emotion comes out, which has to do with grief sometimes, because the lungs have to do with grief. So this is a good time to detox. So let me pull up my gallery. So there's a daytime tea. You can ask your doctors about this. This is for entertainment purposes. 28. I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds. Wish me luck, right? I really am. I'm really going to try. You don't know how many times I thought about chocolate cake, and I thought, no, I had it on Sunday. And that's another thing. Besides your sense of smell, your sense of taste is going to change. And I started eating this chocolate cake that I had like for St. Patrick's Day, and it was too sweet for me. The one thing I did enjoy with my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter, I did enjoy. We went to this. I should do a post from there. The Taqueria at Montrose. Okay, let me show you this last picture. I'm sorry. Yes?
We have details about some prescriptions that are ready for Madrine Murkowski, and we'd like to check if you'll be picking them up.
Yes, I will.
To opt out of future prescription update calls, press 7.
I will pick them up. I'm sorry about that. I should have turned that off. I should have seen. They said they were closed between a certain time. What time is it? Oh, they're getting. Yeah, it's only 10:13. They're supposed to be closed. All right, so let's wrap up the meditation here. I'm so glad I got to do this with you. We need deep healing right now. And I want to do a shout out to Charlotte. She was my inspiration for this post today. But yeah, you're going to feel different things when you meditate in your body. Like she says, she feels a swaying up and back. And that's beautiful. You might feel tingling. You might feel something go up your spine. You might feel change in warmth. So while you're meditating, you're gonna feel these different things, right? And then you can always tap to help decalcify your pineal pituitary gland. There's other oils you can breathe in. The oils that I would recommend are just plants, like basil. Like I made pasta with basil. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I don't think the wheat that's grown in Italy is as high in GMOs and genetically engineer as much as the stuff that was in Iowa. And I think that's why Iowa was wiped out. So I don't know, I'd have to do research on that. But they need to be, because that's part of poisoning the earth, right? We need to take care of the earth. We need to cleanse the earth, and that's what God exactly did. So when we bring back that part of the earth, we need to have good earth, not all this GMO stuff. And now the CEO who's in charge out there is connected with Monsanto. So, and he's married to a senator, and she's married to him, so she's a senator. So they're going to have to make some political moves out there in Iowa. Otherwise, this is going to happen again. It'll be their karma. Because you can't keep dumping GMO, you can't be doing GMOs, and you can't be dumping all these chemicals on our planet. We can't be doing that anymore. I love you guys, and I know I'm very passionate about this. And remember, the key thing today is to remember that we're moving between two worlds. We're moving between the third dimension and the fifth dimension. So as we move between the dimensions, our sense of taste is going to change. Our sense of smell, our sense of sleep. One day I went to bed at 6:30, got up to go to the bathroom, went back to sleep. So a lot of this, you have to be gentle with yourself right now. And I'm telling you, if you're having some awful thoughts, you need to get serious help. Because why would you waste this incarnation? Why would you choose to come in? You chose to come in at this time. You chose to be here now. You chose your lessons. You made a contract with this earth. We need to own up to this. So if you're meant to do healings right now, brother, you're meant to do healings. If you're not meant to do healings, if you're meant to do painting, then you need to be painting. This is called my spider wand. So I like to work a little bit of magic once in a while. And everybody needs rescue remedy right now. So the first thing I did today was clear your heart. Because some people have hearts made of stone. But love is an emotion. You have to feel love. And love will melt that heart of stone. So don't tell me you don't know what it means to move between two worlds. It means your food habits are going to change. Your sleep habits are going to change. Time will change. People you hang out with will change. There's a lot of changing coming in right now. Because we're moving from the fifth dimension. We've never done that. I mean, it feels sometimes like your body's cracking apart because you're releasing energy. So we're moving into a crystalline structure. It's a pretty crystal pyramid, right? So yeah, so you can charge these crystals by talking to them. They're like energy networks, right? Maybe it'll help us connect more, which I think it will, actually. I take that back. I think it will. It'll help us collect more with our intergalactic community. So I would say, like, move in good faith. If you're feeling out and down, like, like some people say, I feel jealous, I feel hatred. Do something nice for someone. Give them a flower, buy them a little cookie or something. But think about others. Don't just think about yourself and your own feelings. Because by praying and being with others that are loving and kind and nurturing, guess what's going to happen to your heart? That stone of heart is going to be transformed. So I wish you guys peace this weekend. Pray for all those people that have to put their hand on a gun. Pray that they bury them in the ground. Take this badge off of me. Right, like that Dylan song. Bury my gun in the ground.